Mr. Holmes, we just scored your final test at our elite journalism university and you got every answer wrong. We have never seen test results so low since I once allowed my pet dog to take the test.
That is just great news, Professor Moriarty. I am so pleased that I did so well. I might even celebrate by getting a burger and fries, even though those items are now against the law.
I do not understand your obvious misplaced glee. We are the elite. We are the final word on both news and truth in the world today, and yet you do not take us seriously. For example, you did not agree that Senator Joe McCarthy was a bad man? That is a strange thing to say.
Not at all, Professor. Consider that during the last century the communists have killed over 70 million people. And yet, universities in Hollywood forgives them totally. But the person you people really hate is the person who tried to warn us. Do you not consider that very odd?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. A mere 70 million deaths could be accidental. So that is no reason for Senator McCarthy to be concerned or to say such insane things such as watch out, or be careful. And then you said also that Bush was not at fault for firing 9 lawyers. How did you arrive at that answer?
Very easily. Those lawyers serve at the pleasure of the president. This means it is not possible for any crime to be committed. And furthermore, Clinton fired 93 lawyers and no one cared. Several presidents fired over 90 lawyers.
Ridiculous. That just shows how you can lie using statistics. If you lie using statistics, you must learn to do so for the right cause. You also said that Bush and Cheney were not guilty of the Valerie Plame affair where she was exposed as a CIA agent.
But of course, Professor. The writer who did the article to expose Valerie Plame was Robert Novak, who is now deceased. But before he died, Mr. Novak said on nationwide television that his source was Richard Armitage, the press and special prosecutor Fitzgerald who convicted Scooter Libby for holding back information, and then accused Bush and Cheney was a clear cover-up. At that time the real sources were known, and yet they knowingly tried to convict the wrong people for political reasons.
Circumstantial. Why would an eyewitness who wrote the article know more than an elite journalist who knows really nothing about the issue? I will pick the elite journalist every time, and you must do the same, Sherlock. And on Troopergate, you somehow found Sarah Palin not guilty of ethics and firing that trooper.
That one was easy, Professor Moriarty. At the time of the trial the trooper was still employed. So then was Sarah Palin guilty of a thought crime? She was guilty of thinking of firing a state trooper, but she did not. The only way those news articles worked is because they only told half the story.
I can see you are not getting the point, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Truth is what we say it is. You are indeed a slow learner. How will you ever get a job at the right news agencies if you continue to insist on telling the truth? Furthermore, you are breathing and it means expelling carbon dioxide. Are you not aware that carbon dioxide is now against the law? Stop breathing or I will turn you in.
Breathing is indeed a bad habit of mine. As for the rest of the stuff, I guess you are right. I cannot work at those places. Maybe I cannot afford that burger and fries.
And you also checked the boxes to say that you would have done news on items we consider illegal in the journalism world, the number of radicals in Washington, the biased Department of Justice system under Eric Holder, the amount of corruption in Washington, and Obama's true golfing scores.
The people should get to see that news as well. What is it that they used to say on witness stands? Give me the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
That was an old concept we had to do away with, as well as the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and also Dr. Seuss books. We find that those items get in the way of real progress. Why you are such a non-radical, that you even balked at saying you would do the news story to say that Obama invented the wheel and Al Gore invented the airplane.
I do admit that I was very suspicious of those items, sir.
With your kind of attitude, mister, you were done in journalism. The only place you could get a job would be on places that never have real news, like Fox News or Rush Limbaugh.
Do you have their telephone number, sir?